shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So USC's offense will come out first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names.
Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to pass, it's Warren. Shoots it to the left. The short hands, it's Bray. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Just keep slinging it. Caught over the middle. It's Mitchell. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
Yeah, and you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball and put it on him. And you could tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
To the air, it's Warren. It's complete to the right. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
On the direct snap, it's Chester. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Wants to fire on second down. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally...
Touchdown, Southern Cal! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Michigan's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it.
Hello?
Sam,
Hey,
man, tell me some good news.
I just got in here, so I starting up the computer and checking the phone and stuff.
Oh, okay, you didn't have no call. I thought you had a call out, boy.
No, not yet.
Damn. I've been in here with my fingers crossed.
Sorry. If anything changes, I'll let you know, though.
Yeah, let me know.
All right.
All right.
They call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Quickly to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. I want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
They'll run it to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air, it's Baker. Makes the grab. Nice move, creates some space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Back open in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan. And these guys just score from anywhere out there, after that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Coming out with it, it's Bray. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line, and this offense has an explosive play early in the drive. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Quick release on the RPO. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that second down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to throw, it's Warren. All by himself. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Complete downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Chester. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing thing that stopped him from scoring. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the option, he'll toss him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Dropping back, it's Warren. Oh, they're after him. Just a short pass to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Man down on the pull. Officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. Snap in the shotgun. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's.
He lost one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 25. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the
fires toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Firing toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Here's the handoff. Brought down inside the 15. Mark it at the 14-yard line. Now a 4th down decision to be made by this offense. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He's got the tight end. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Chester. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but boy, they have to deal with a huge loss on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a man. It's Warren. He slings it deep to the left. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. So here comes the Michigan offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Finds his man. It's Wormley. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Lemon. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field. It's Warren. They're working that left side. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. All kinds of time before he fires right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
All short completion, setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Chester. a chance with a trip to the end zone.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The lone back's got it. Running into the open space. Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got a man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And he missed it. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, though.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Grant. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And some room to work. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Warren. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. The Trojans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The offense changing the play. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Makes the grab. And it's a catch, but he's got it out for the first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On target over the middle. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. All wideouts, no backs. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the catch. He thought he might turn that into a score, but the defense able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3. The Trojans trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And It's in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate each of the wins.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, Phyllis, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' season.
He's into the open down the middle. The 30, the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Baker. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and that might open up some big plays down the field.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. And that one's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there. Getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll move the wide receiver. Keep it on the ground. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping the...
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points, now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left, you better get aggressive.
They stop him just a length or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw. It's Warren. Throwing right. Rolls it in.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more 1st downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
And the Trojans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking for the score. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Baker. Fakes to grab. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And plays like that at this point of the game just aren't going to work. You can't throw short in the middle of the field where guys get tackled and the clock starts ticking. You got to be thinking we're throwing to the sticks or we're throwing near the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to keep it in the air. Pocket breaking down. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. From the gun. He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking downfield, it's Baker. He's got it. Sweet cut there. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's McFadden. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Finds his tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Huge moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. 2nd down, he'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, hitting their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Fires into the end zone. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. The give. He's going to lose a yard on that. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they miss the opportunity to draw closer, still down by 5. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.